Hayden. Thanks for the opportunity to talk about the Southern Giant. It's going to be my last Southern Giant as the promoter of the event. From next year on, the kids from Fight with Insight and my own guys at the gym will be putting it together. So this one I'm going out with a bang. It's going to be a big one. I'm trying to do something really special, and I've got something really special planned. In the afternoon we're going to have the first All-Stars Africa trials, so to speak. And basically the boxers that are from foreign countries based in South Africa, Paul Kamangas and what have you, can't fight for provincial or national title. So I'm giving them an opportunity to fight against South African select, and we're busy in talks with Gauteng and whatever, so that we can put a team together to fight the nationals that are mainly in Johannesburg. And there's a couple of good guys like Jesdal Kayembe, Joel Labote, that are based in Hillbrow, and they've already beaten champions, and they don't get the chance to actually fight on a provincial or national level. So this gives them a level of aspirants, and that was the main reason for this. Myself and Luke decided that we should give them a place in South Africa. So this Southern Giant, the amateur version, is going to be called the All-Stars Africa Championship or Trials, and that's going to happen on the 9th of November, and it's 9/11, funny enough. Okay, so it's my 19th Southern Giant, and I'm going to ring off on a good note. In the afternoon it will be the amateurs. We also got a team prospectively coming up from Cape Town called Growing Champions. We're just trying to arrange some transport money for them to come up here, but they're also a Laureus based project, and as well as Fight with Insight. So it will be nice to have a team coming up to trial against us. And then we'll also, the whole event, I've got Fight with Insight here at Suburbs now, and we've got the one in Hillbrow. The whole event should be Fight with Insight fighters all showing their abilities. Moving on to just after the amateurs, we'll have the first, or it wouldn't be the first, it's going to be former pros having a go, exhibition bouts, and then in the evening we're going to have a pro tournament, and we're busy putting that together. We've got some really big names, and if you can think of whoever was the biggest Southern Giant star, he'll be back. Have a guess, think about it. He's going to be on the event. And then a couple of guys from Fight with Insight. We've got Christian Labote. He'll probably be having his first pro fight as a Fight with Insight Academy boy. And we've got a nice list of guys. We've got Shudev Waitgroth, Julian Cook. I've got two pros. I'm not sure if they will be at the level of the development tournament, so to speak. The main fight will be that big name that I mentioned from the past, and I'm going to leave it there so you guys can start to guess who it is and what have you. It will create a lot of interest. And we're speaking to sponsors. There's a good chance we're going to be giving a car away on the day. We're arranging television. The calendar this year, I'm very excited about it. Formerly it was an A2 calendar. It's going to be now a full A1 size calendar. I've got all the guys from the south getting behind us. We've got Ace Auto, Studio 88, NGL, there's quite a few others, Mayor Benjamin, Killer Williams. They're all hopping on board and they're getting behind this massive event. And formerly I've had these events and I've always done things for my son. My daughter got left out of the pile, so this year's Southern Giant is for my daughter. She's the apple of my eye, and I'm doing this for Tyler, and I want to send her to Paris next year with her school, so that's my dream and I'm going to do it, and that's about it. Any questions, Hayden?
Absolutely. So firstly, why decide to do this as your last event now? What's the sort of, why choose now to pass the torch on? 19
is my favorite number. This is my number 19 Southern Giant. I know 20 seems like a nice round number, but quickly, my Feng Shui number is 1 and 9. My dad was born 100 years ago in 1919. I got my driver's license on the 19th. I had some of my biggest fights on the 19th. My first house I ever bought, the day I fought Tony Weeby, was number 19. So I just like number 19, and so I want to finish off on that. And it is 2019, so everything seems to be in accordance with 19. But I'm a godly person, and there's no spiritual number around 19, but I like to resonate with 19, and so that's it. So I want to round off on this one. And then also the kids from Fight with Insight in Hillbrow have really progressed. They are becoming entrepreneurs now. From next year on, I'm going to be showing them how to promote. And for this event, we're actually going to have an event just before this called the Southern Giant Warm-Up, which they will be taught how to set up a whole event. And from there, they're going to learn, and I'm going to teach them the ropes on how to promote. And promoting the sport is what I do. I'm a boxing developer. We've got Fight with Insight in Hillbrow, and we've brought it back here, and we're going to grow from next year. I've got a couple gyms opening next year, which I'll talk about at length when there's time and everything's more secured. Today I secured the Johannesburg sponsorship, and a couple others in the recent times. It's a big thing that I'm pulling off here. I want to go off on a big note. I do think I can pull, especially with the one guy that's on the event. I'm looking at 1,500, 2,000 people here. Parking's an issue, so I've made a plan for the parking. We've got a massive parking lot being built, and also we've got the bottom field. Everything around this event just seems to be going well at the moment. So this is my number 19, and I'm doing it.
That's fantastic. And another thing you mentioned was the fact that you have a Cape Town team coming up for this particular bill. And you need to raise money in order to bring them up here. Well, that's one of the obstacles you have to overcome. People do want to get involved. How do they do so, and how do they know that their money is sort of going towards that cause?
So, you know, this event is being run through Fight with Insight, and it will be seen as a donation. There's a tax write-off that can be done regards that, and it will be to facilitate this team from Cape Town with Jeremy Bean, who's known as the Calicoda promoter and matchmaker, so to speak, and he runs that Growing Champions project down in Cape Town. I've arranged with Heavenly Boutique Inn, which is around the corner. They're sponsoring the accommodation for these guys. Now we just got to get the transport and food, and then we ace for away. So unfortunately the Laureus budget was done a long time ago, so this came about after that. So we're going to make it happen for this team from Cape Town. They come from that impoverished, drug-ridden area that we see all in the news, which even the army are struggling with. So yeah, I'd love to see 5 or 6 of those boys on our tournament. It would really round it off nicely for us.
Just to give people a brief look at the tournament itself, how do you break it down? Just do it again for us. It's the orders of what's happening on the day.
Okay, so the amateurs will arrive to weigh in at 9 o'clock in the morning. The matching and everything will be concluded pre-event, but some fights will get matched just after that. So by 10 o'clock I want to have the scale closed. Law says they have to wait 3 hours from the end of matching to start the tournament. So the doors will open at 12 o'clock. We'll have entertainment. I've got a couple guys from Fight with Insight that are rappers and things like that. So for the first hour until we wait for that 1 o'clock buzzer, we're going to keep the people entertained. 1 o'clock we start the amateur boxing. Reckon we're going to have about 20 to 25 fights. I want to wrap it up if possible by about 5 o'clock. 5:30 we've got to have a gap between that amateurs and the exhibition bouts. So 5:30 to 6:30 we're going to have the exhibition bouts with the former pros. I'm actually going to be flying up a guy that I fought as an amateur, as a pro should I say, and he reckons he beat me, and I'm going to fly him up and have a rematch with him, and I'm sure you'll be very happy about that. And then at 7 o'clock we're going to start off the professional bull, and that's it. And we'll be running till about 10:30, 11 o'clock at night, and we've got to shut the gates here at 12 o'clock. So that's the day's thing. We're going to have the draw for the car round about 9 o'clock at night.
When do tickets go on sale, and the venue, the address for the venue?
Okay, so it's here at Southern Suburbs where the Southern Giant originated. I'm speaking to somebody else for a much bigger venue, but at the moment I'd like to do it here because this is where it all started 19 years ago. And it was the help of the Southerners that came on board. Like, I don't know what I was doing, so they all got on board, and we put out our first program. And you know, every year we've had the program, and then it became a calendar. So anyway, so it's going to be at Southern Suburbs Recreation Centre, 1A Berg Street. You have to drive through Rosettenville into the centre. The area has been cleaned up nicely by my kids. We've done probably about 380 hours of man hours on the streets, cleaning the streets over the last 7 months here since I've had the project here. There's going to be ample parking. We are going to have a big crowd. We've got tight security. We'll have enough toilets. Everything will be fully fledged to pull off the most magnificent Southern Giant ever.
Well, thank you very much, Anton, for sharing sharing the tournament with us and all the plans that you have going into it. We look forward to the event, and for everyone at home, if you want to get a hold of Anton, he's on social media on how many platforms?
Oh, 5 or 6, I don't know. I only work on Facebook. My other guys, they manage the rest.
Well, yeah, so you can go to the box office gym on Facebook. You can contact Anton directly if you want to get hold of some tickets or you want to help out. And any last words?
No, just Tyler, this is for you, my baby.